What up?
Are you ready? What up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to Picture It Didn't Happen. I am the Jew. This is the Yeti.
What up?
We are in the Yeti Cave, and we are joined again by another aspiring underground rapper. This is the homie Tater. You want to say what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in.
That's right. Thank you for tuning in. If you are one of the 8 people who watch this regularly,
Hey,
we love you.
Yeah.
hey, 8 people is better than no people.
And that's probably more friends than I had in high school, so I'm gonna take it.
You know, he's not that
You got
far
your
off.
8
You know,
people,
I mean,
got
if
my 5 people, that's 13 people that are going to see this.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
basic math. I didn't think we were going to be doing that
Basic
today.
math.
Ugh. So,
Dude.
how's fucking 2020 treating you, bro?
Aside from, not being able to go see any real shows, which is killing all of us, it's actually been really productive for me. I've had time to actually get this album putting out and write some music. And I've actually played a couple shows here in Wisco. They're letting small stuff happen, so it's actually not been horrible.
You
So-
know, that's the silver lining to this whole thing. I know, it's been terrible for everybody, but a lot of people have managed to find something that they were able to be productive or do something they've been wanting to do.
Right.
So,
I mean, there was no
always gotta
point.
find that positive.
There was no point in standing still. I mean,
Yeah.
if you can't perform, you can't go out. You can do something.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
so, what is the name of the debut album?
It is Tater Made.
There you go.
It's kind of a story of, how I kind of came to be the guy I am now. Starting the first track on the album's called Face Down, and that's how I've been most of my life, just face down, sick of it all. Life's been hard. It's not an easy thing to do, am I right?
No.
Absolutely.
Last track on the album, God shit. And that's how I feel lately. I feel like I've learned what I'm doing, my path, where I'm supposed to be. Like, I wake up and I actually have goals in life, and I've been attaining them, and that's kind of what the whole album started from. Like the whole beginning of the album, you can tell I was just starting. It's the first couple songs I ever wrote, and the last couple of songs, are just, they're amazing. It's just completely 180 from what I was doing. Like, you can tell that throughout the album, and I think that's kind of cool. So it's Tater Made.
Now, and you're new to this shit. Like, this isn't like something that you've been fucking around with.
No.
Like,
No, I don't really have any friends that rap or anything like that. Like, anybody that I know, I've just met recently. Like, I don't know. I decided I was going to do it one day because music is what I've always loved. It's what got me through everything. I was like, I'm going to make something I want to hear. And, well, here we are. I've been doing it. The idea started about 2 years ago, and I didn't really actually start taking it serious till beginning of this year, really. So 2020 really has been the year for me. Year of the Tater.
So, with you just getting started, you said this is the first real year. When this was all coming together, I guess what I want to know is, how did you come about Tater? Like, I'm assuming this is a name that's been around for a while that was given to you. Because you're not
Tater-
from Idaho, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I've been known. I'm 32 now. I've been known as Tater since I was like 13. It's just what I've been called. Like, I showed up at this party one time, and I used to be, well, I'm not necessarily skinny now, but I was always kind of a fat kid. And I showed up at this party, and dude was like, "Hey, what'd you eat before you got here? I know you ate something chunky." And I was like, "Tater tots." I was like, "Tater? You're round, lumpy, and really fucking weird like a potato. I'm gonna call you Tater from now on." And it just, I've never been called anything since.
yeah, we don't get to
Most people don't
choose
know
our
my real
nicknames.
name.
It just
I'm
kind of
not gonna tell
happens.
y'all my real name either.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think I've got about, I don't know, 6 or 7 nicknames because nobody goes by their legal name. That's weird.
No. And I don't know. I've just been Tater. It's just who I've been. So I
So,
figured, everybody's got these real gimmicky things nowadays, and I figured I was just going to come out and be me, be who I really want to be.
I mean, that's
That
something
is
to be
Tater.
said. That's something to be said about this, because this horrorcore thing, this underground thing, we all are involved in / fascinated by. It's stories, you know. It's stories.
Right.
So for you to come out and to just be like, I don't have a gimmick, I don't have a fucking character for you to follow. It's kind of refreshing.
Right. Like, you know, there is horrorcore involved in it, but it's a lot of emotion put into those actions. It's all more things you do just because you snapped, really, and things like maybe just extreme things that you think of in your head on a day to day, but you don't just like say to somebody, you know? It's not just like slash and blood and guts everywhere. I
No,
guess.
but do you feel that this recording process was somewhat therapeutic?
Oh, yes. Man, like, I've struggled to give a shit about who I am my entire life. I've just been taught that I'm not going to be anything. You know, nobody's ever really had my back, and this year I decided I was going to have my back, and now I have, you know, other people that are like, yo, I got your back, and I truly believe them now. You know, there's genuine about it. So loving myself has proved that other people are going to love me for that versus what I was trying to be before.
Now, how fucked up
Now
is
I'm
that
just
though when
being me.
when you stop and think about that? It's like, oh, maybe when I stop shitting on myself, I might be surrounded
Right,
with
maybe I'll
people.
be worth something if I just try and be something, right?
Well, I think that as a lot, it has to do with our area. Being from the Midwest,
Or in your case, the far fucking north.
yeah,
Right.
the extreme
We're
northwest.
basically Canada up here.
You know, growing up through the, you know, late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, most families
Work a job.
Yeah,
don't
get
don't
a real
don't
job.
dream about shit.
Yeah, it's a good dream,
Right.
but that's what it is. It's a dream. You have to get a real job because you have to pay bills and be an
Right, like I
adult.
definitely do work a real job, and I've got to pay someone's got to pay for the dream. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. But I think, you know, some parents, it wasn't an option to chase something. You need to just give that up. That's child stuff.
Right.
And unfortunately, that was sort of ingrained into the way we're brought up. And with the modern advances in technology that we have now, I heard somebody in our local town talking, and they were like talking about their daughter had, or their granddaughter had just moved to Germany because she was going to live there for the next 6 or 7 years and work. And she's like, it just doesn't make sense. When we were kids, the thought of moving to even another state was out of your mind. Even to go visit another
Right.
country was crazy, but to go live in another
It
country
was
and
so
work,
hard to get information about that other place
Yeah.
that you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah. And now it's just like, oh, it's not a big deal. You can do that if you really want to do that. And
Yeah, it's
unfortunate.
The world is more achievable than anybody really thinks. Like when we
Right.
first started this, the idea of even having anything on a streaming platform, I was like, that's got to cost money. That's got to be something. There's got to
Right.
be some kind of hassle there. Fucking free.
Free.
Every bit of it. And like, okay, granted, I'm not making money at this. Money,
But
big
there's
quotes.
the potential to do so if it goes far
Exactly.
enough.
Exactly. And that's the thing that if you tried to explain that to someone, an adult from when we were kids, if you tried to explain that to them now, they would not even completely comprehend the possibility of
Right.
it. And
Literally, the world is in the little box now. You don't even, most of it's not even the physical world we live in anymore. We live in this made up version
Yeah.
of everything.
And I mean, the hardest part is just doing it. And I think that's what people don't understand. They just like, well, I can't just turn on the YouTube and make the money. No, you gotta
Right.
still work at
you
shit.
gotta make
You
shit.
still got
There's
to put in the work. It's just the platform to do stuff.
well, and that's the thing that you try to explain to these people when they're like, well, that's not a real job. How much time did
Right.
you put in the studio? You know what I mean? You may have not
Right.
have been you may not have been going to a regular 9 to 5, but you were in the lab perfecting your craft and making sure that this thing you produce and present to people is something that you're proud of.
Yes. I put a lot of time into it. Man, altogether, I bet I've spent at least 100 hours just learning how to work it and figure it out, let alone get the actual final take for everything.
And fucking good on you for not even having like any mentor or anybody showing you the way. You're literally just poking and prodding as you go. And I mean,
Well,
we
I don't like mix or master or anything. I actually got really lucky and one of my friends, Tommy, was like, yo, my friend down here needs somebody to do the second verse on a track. And I was like, yo, I'll try. And he's like, yo, give it to me. And he sent it to me. And before I even hit the guy up, I had something written. And he was like, yo, this is dope. And then he mixed it. And I was really happy with the way he mixed it because I was paying somebody else to mix it at the time. And dude was like, you know, I really like what you're doing, and I see what you're trying to do with it. If you'll let me, I'll mix this whole album for free. And Cody Lee has been a blessing for me. And
That's
he does a great
pretty
job.
fucking awesome right there.
Dude, there's no blessing like that at all. Like, who's getting their stuff mixed the way they actually want it to, and it sounds quality just for free because they're like, I believe in you. Nobody gets that.
No,
not. That's just another proof that believing in myself has been the key to
absolutely. You know, haven't read in depth in it, but you know,
you're gonna talk about the fucking secret.
I do believe, yes. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to say I do believe that if you put these things out there and your negativity is what's keeping us fucking held back, you piece of shit. Just be positive for once. Fuck.
I'm sorry that the world doesn't let me be positive, homie.